What is up, everyone? Good morning for me. It's Sunday morning. Good Saturday night. If you are in the U.S., yes, I slept a little later today and have been woken up now for about, I don't know, maybe an hour or so. I found out a couple of things before we get started on Pattaya. One, I found out, Ty, what's up, buddy? Let me go ahead and throw you that. I'm glad you're here because I forgot to send you a message. There we go. Get you a wrench in there. Um, a couple things. One, I found out why my internet dropped yesterday. Hey, Fabe. And that is because I was using a limited plan through one of my servers. Hey, Mike. Steven, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. And I went yesterday and changed that to an unlimited plan, so hopefully that will not happen again. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. Secondly, there was something else I wanted to address with you guys. Hey, Dino. Hello. Joe. I can't say your name, but hello. Interesting topic it is, and we're going to talk about it at length. Hello, stuck in Florida. Good to see you. HT says, was it expensive? No, actually it wasn't. I'm doing good, thanks. Cody, what's up, man? Good to see you dropping by. So, before we hit the Pattaya thing, I just wanted to say a couple things. One, greetings, Eric, and our experience. What's up, my brother? I hadn't seen you in a while, man. Let me get you one of these in here too, so that way I got two good moderators and don't have to worry about it. Please try to keep your comments politically correct. I know I hate that term, but try to keep them as PC as possible when making comments on this channel. Otherwise, we'll have to delete them, and I don't want to delete comments for sure. HT, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. I really, genuinely appreciate that. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for that contribution. I really appreciate that. Dino says, would be a big mistake shutting down the nightlife. Yeah, so let's go ahead and jump into the topic, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. And normally I don't really do predictions or like, this is going to happen because of this or anything like that. I just don't do stuff like that. Yeah, Fabe, it has slowed down significantly from my understanding. But the question becomes, hey, Vintage, recently there was a very well-known establishment. Good morning, Prince. There was a well-known establishment shut down in the Walking Street area. And on top of that, there was another one shut down on the very popular Soy 6 area. So if you are a person that goes to Pattaya for the nightlife, you now have two less options. Fawad, hey man, good to see you. People started asking the question, well, this is because Thailand wants to clean up the image of Pattaya. There won't be nothing left but the monuments of Walking Street and the monuments of what used to be LK Metro and all this other stuff. I'm just going to say, this is an opinion-based. This is not going to go largely off facts. It will go off of my experience, though, I'll tell you that. I've spent a lot of time in Pattaya. I have friends that live in Pattaya. I think we talked about this yesterday. I do not see Thailand shutting down Pattaya or doing some kind of huge cleanup renovation, if that's what you want to call it. I just don't see it happening, and I want to tell you guys why. Stuck in Florida says that's like if they shut down two 7-Elevens. Exactly. Number one, Pattaya is an influx for a tremendous amount of tourists. Now, if you know anything about Thailand, that's right, Cody. If you know anything about Thailand, I bet you do wish you were here, man. Sorry you're having a hurricane today. But if you know anything about Thailand and the tourist industry here, you'll know that the Chinese and the Koreans are really taking over the tourist industry here. And where do they go most often? Pattaya, or Pattaya, excuse me. They go there by the busloads to see the shows, to see the the walking street, what it's really like. If you go there at night, every night you will see, especially on the weekends, you'll see either Koreans or and this has nothing to do with race or any of that stuff. But you'll see somebody walking. I've been waiting to go there. I guess it's better to visit soon. It's supposed to take the place. I, I don't think it's going to be taken. But you'll see the Koreans, and as far as I know, Matthew's still alive. So you'll see the Koreans and the Chinese, and they'll have a flag in their hand, and everybody else will be following behind them. Those are tour groups. And most of those go in to the walking street area, and then they come out and they go down Beach Road. Hey, be accountable. They go down Beach Road and they go in by the 50s and 60s into these massage parlors, not crazy massage parlors. Hey, George. The regular massage parlors, it's like a tour package that they buy from their home country, right? And then they go to Pattaya and they spend the money there. Ricky says, hey buddy, love your work. What is your take on Thailand promoting Indian tourism? I don't think it matters to me what kind of tourism they promote, to be honest. Hey Eric. Billy, any feedback from the bar owners, how they dealing with change? I haven't heard anything yet because I haven't been up there to stay for any amount of time, so I'll let you guys know more as I know. But let me continue this little spiel here because there's quite a lot of information I want to get out. It's more than just the tourism, much more than that. So, hey Charles, you have the tour groups that come in, and then they go spend money. I mean, mad money. These guys go in for like 2-3 hour massages. They'll get a oil massage, and then they'll get like a foot and head, neck, and all this other stuff, and it's or hot compress or something like that. They're spending their money at these massage shops that are legit massage places. They're spending all their money there, okay, and then they're going up and down Beach Road buying souvenirs for the vendors that sit out there on the side of Beach Road. Now, if they close down the nightlife part, which is what most people come to see in Pattaya, you're going to lose probably 80 to 90% of that money. Dino says the Chinese, well, I can't really comment on that, but I hear your point. So that's one aspect. The other aspect you got to think about is the actual, hang on, let me catch these comments. Cody says, looks like Townsend, Kamala, they just shut down, literally closed as soon as rainy season starts, then open back up in October. Oregon said something funny. Black Bolt, hey Jeremy, lots of real estate investment by the Russian business. That's true. I would agree. Are you experienced? The bar owners are probably suffering major losses, but you got to remember a combination of factors is going on right now. One, the immigration system in terms of visas are changing. So a retirement visa is not as easy to get as it used to be. Even the tourist visa coming in, as I said yesterday, now requires health insurance, right? So, or if you get a stamp, if you're stamped in for 30 days, it requires health insurance. I believe that's 20 baht a day, and I believe the 60-day visa is 40 baht a day. The high Thai Baht is holding back tourism. That's what I was getting to next. Right now, the Thai Baht is extremely high. You know, I'm not an economist by any means, but I think overvalued may be a legitimate term, possibly. I'm not saying that to disrespect anybody in Thailand or make them out to be anybody. May I suggest, what did that say? May I suggest to say what you have to say on topic, then review comments and answer questions. John, if you're uncomfortable with the way I run my live stream, please enjoy the rest of the content on this channel. I appreciate your very polite comment there, but this is how I do live streams. I'm very sorry, sir. Yes, still teaching, and okay, so Steve says where everybody. So here's the thing: the high baht combined with or the high baht value. Hey Steve, with the now having to have all the money in the bank for the visas and that kind of thing is slowly pulling people out of Thailand, whether they want to admit it or not. It is. It's slowly pulling people out. Now, whether that's right or wrong, I have no opinion. Any trends you see in Thai Baht dropping? Not yet. Not yet. I haven't seen anything. And the other thing you need to know about Pattaya is, well, there's several things. I'm going to go through all of them. The other thing is, there is so much more to do in Pattaya than just the nightlife. Alright, prep for it. I hear you, buddy. They're predicting it to grow and get better, but I just don't say. I just don't think that. I just don't think it can continue to rise the way it is, with the loss of so many tourists and so many retirees. I just don't predict. I just don't see it happening. You know, it doesn't make logical sense. And the baht may stay around 30 USD, but I foresee it sometime in the next year going back up to around 32, 33. That's what I see. Sass says, I've read Thailand has over 30 million tourists annually, up to 300% in 20 years. It's the cheap Charlie Australians that are complaining. I don't know about that. But I do know you got to go, dude. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry. I had to use it. Okay. Now, the other thing you have to consider is, what are they going to do with the nightlife employees that are employed there? And I'm not just talking about the girls that work there. I'm talking about your people that work at your local restaurants. I'm talking about your people that work at your real massage places. Geo says it will get back to 32 by September. That's possible. The Happy Dog says even Thais are not traveling as much this year either. I believe that, and I would hold that to be true. I would say that you are going to be the Thailand, if they were to shut down the nightlife portion of Pattaya. Yes, teaching is fun. If they were to shut that down, you're going to be putting a lot of people out of work, okay? And a lot of the country is going to suffer because, quite frankly, a lot of these girls that come in and work in the nightlife entertainment industry come from the Isan region for, you know, many. They work for several months and they feed their families and they take, you know, they take money that they make and they send it back to their families. And Isan and there's a guy that says he's in Chiang Mai and there are very few tourists compared to the past. You know, it's noticeable that tourism is dropping and that there are less people over here from other countries. To me, it's noticeable, and if I can notice it, so can other people, right? So the important thing to remember here is, and I've got other stuff to talk about as well, but the girls that they will be sending or be putting out of work, the thing about it is, I can't keep up with all the comments, so I'm not going to try to do it. It's a big concern. I will read faves. It's a big concern for people with lower income, but it's still a cheaper option if you have a decent pension and savings. Yes, that's true. However, when you send the nightlife workers home, and I'm talking about the places that make a living in restaurants, real good massage places, legit stuff, all of that stuff. I think that if you send those people home and you close down these establishments permanently, it's going to have a huge impact on Thai citizens, not just tourism, okay? And that's going to send a lot of those workers back to Isan and back to other remote villages in Thailand with no money. And I don't know about, I'm not the Thai government. It's not my call to make. I'm not trying to make any call. I'm just making a prediction based on what I see. And based on what I see is this. It doesn't make any sense for the Thai Baht to continue to rise in value. It doesn't make any sense for them to shut down Pattaya's nightlife, because they would be, essentially cutting out some of their own people. And I just don't see how that could benefit the country as a whole. There may be a way for it to benefit the country as a whole. I just personally do not see it. I don't think that Pattaya is going anywhere in terms of the way it's set up now. Sure, it's going to be changing. You're right. Things happen in cycles, Sast. This is low season right now, so if they're going to go in and do anything, now is the time to do it, because the last thing, think about it, if you're a tourist here, or if you live here, yeah, I agree, Gio. I don't think it's going anywhere. If you come here, and you're a tourist, the last thing you want to see during high season, is a big raid on nightclubs that you've been going in and out of, right? I just don't think it's going to happen. Now, the other thing that you have to remember is Pattaya is in a really good location, okay? Because it's located about halfway between it's located about I want to say an hour and a half, maybe hour and 45 minutes from Bangkok. And it's located about 45 minutes from Chonburi. What's stuck in Florida say? Honestly, don't see what the big deal is between 30 baht to the US dollar and 32. That's 200 baht and $1,000. Yeah, let me tell you what the difference is stuck in Florida. If you're a guy that has a big pension and you come over and you want to transfer $100,000 into something, then take those 200 baht and multiply it. Somebody do the math on that and show him how much the difference in 30 and 32 baht are. Because a lot of people do that. A lot of people will transfer, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, all that stuff. Gio says the raids happen every 2 years. Just do a deep dive and you'll find the info. And they always do these raids during low season because the city can't afford messing with tourists during high season. Yeah, 200 baht is nothing really, but if you take 200 baht, take your $10,000 that you're going to transfer and then do the 200 baht conversion on that. Do the 30 to 32 on that and you'll see the difference. Stuck in Florida says, I understand that, JC, I'm talking about for the average tourist. Well, the average tourist sometimes brings, you can bring up to $10,000 cash with you. So if you bring $10,000 and you go to an exchange booth and you want to exchange $10,000, then do the math conversion on that as well. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying it is a difference. That's my only point. Cody says 200 baht is about $6. Same. Yeah, but you guys are looking at it. You guys are looking at it on the small scale. You got to look at it on the big scale. Sir says my friend is not name is not Pattaya. Pattaya almost Pattaya is pronounced. Look, man, I'm not a spelling champion. Okay, I'm not a pronunciation expert. So if you don't like the way I'm saying it, I'm very, very sorry. Michael says 1.04 versus 97 cents. So do that on the macro and then see. Exactly. Oregon, exactly. Do that on the macro. The increase in prices of drinks in the last several years had a greater effect on the cost of nightlife, than the drink price or than the prices. So another thing you'll find during low season, something that I've seen the few times that I've been there, is the hotel prices are jacked up. They're really, really high. Thanks, Gio. We had fun making that waterfall video. Hopefully, as soon as I get a new camera, I'm going to make another one. Fabe says, soon I'll have to choose between Vietnam or Thailand. I always lean to Thailand, Chiang Mai, but Vietnam is very good too. And it is. It is what it is. I'm not sure what you meant by that, Oregon, but I think I just made the point that's counterintuitive to that. Anyway, so you put a lot of people out of work if you do this during high season. You basically shut down. There you go, Happy Dog. Thank you for putting some math up there. I appreciate that. Then you take the general tourism dollars away, because when I tell you that the tourism in Pattaya or Pattaya or Palama, wherever you want to call it, when I tell you that the Chinese and the Koreans are coming in there by the busload, and they are providing tons and tons of cash for the city of Pattaya, I have to take. We got 107 viewers. Oh, wow. I didn't realize that. Good, great, awesome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. When you consider just that alone, you're talking about, I don't know how much money you're talking about. Indian tourism over here is very, very popular too. I'm just simply saying, Oregon, you make a good point. That is a good point. But the Indian tourism is also a big part of coming over here. But thanks, Fabe. I appreciate that. That people come for different reasons. I know, Oregon. I know. People come for different reasons. Like when you see, okay, James has got a problem with the Thai Baht. I don't blame you. A lot of people are really, really up in arms about the Thai Baht. I'm not very happy about it myself. So, that's it is what it is all I can say. Billy asked a good question, but that's not the topic of this video. 50K in Thai Baht, what do you mean, for a day, for a week, for a month? I mean, it depends on how much you like to spend. Okay, Randall, sounds good. Consider this. There you go. Cody's breaking it down for me here. He says, Chinese tourists don't argue or banter prices, just different culture that will cater to that. That is so true. So true. Are you experienced? Hit it on the month. Hit the nail on the head. If you want to have a good time here, like a really good time here, 65,000 baht a month is pretty much going to be your average. That's also, if I'm not mistaken, the amount of money it takes to get a retirement visa if you don't have the 800,000 to put in the bank, I believe. Yes, Sly, I believe that is correct. Now, so let's consider the well, let me read Happy Dog's comments real quick. In my 17 years experience here, the prices have not changed, only the exchange. 200 baht massage has been the way the entire time. Water has been 10 baht all 17 years. I see your point. I know what you're getting at there. Let's do an overall like generalization here. So if you take the Indian tourism, okay, and if you don't know what this is nothing bad to the Indian people, okay, it's nothing bad to the Indian people. I don't have anything against anybody culturally, racially, or anything like that. But if you take the vast majority of the Indian tourists that I see come here for a different purpose than the Chinese or the Koreans. Okay, I see a lot of haggling with the Indian tourists that come here. I see a lot of really, for lack of a better term, nefarious activities go on with them. And I simply don't see that with the Chinese and the Koreans. What I do see the Chinese and Koreans are doing is spending a lot of money. Thank you, our experience. I see the Chinese and the Koreans spending a ton of money. I see other sets, such as Indian tourists. Not all Indian tourists. I'm not talking about everybody here. Can't have that up, Prince. Sorry, man. Got to delete that comment right there. But not mad at you, man. Just can't have it up on the channel. I'll be, hey, what's up? Shutting down the Nightlife. Sorry, tuning in late. No, we're talking about the different reasons why it probably won't happen. The other thing you have to remember is there are a massive amount of hotels, guest houses, businesses, small businesses, agencies. There are hundreds, if not tens of thousands of employees that would be scrapped if they shut down just the nightlife industry. Brian says Chinese are not coming anymore due to the Phuket boat capsizing last July. They're still coming. I see them. They're still there. They may not be coming as much, but I see them. Our experience says YouTube wants PC comments. Jeremy doesn't mind. It's a YouTube thing. That's right. Yeah. Jeremy, he knows. Our experience and I have spent time together in Pattaya. And I can assure you, I don't care what you say, but I care what YouTube cares that you say. Fabe says, I like Pattaya, but never stay more than 3 days. And that's a good idea right there. Rogers, he says, Brian, don't lose Chinese. Yeah, I think the Chinese kind of got over it too, because I see them come in on the busload. And I also see the Koreans come with them. I see more Chinese than anything else, to be honest with you. Hey, Mike. There were a lot of Arabs too. That's also true that there are a lot of Arabs in the area. If you go up north, it is much cheaper. But Pattaya is kind of a landmark in Thailand. It's a location that now has an international airport just south of it. The flights around this country are extremely cheaper. Sky or Sly, I would answer that question, but that would be off topic, and I don't want to jump around too much right now. We'll make that another one. My favorite location in Pattaya is probably Smoking Joe's, because I love to eat there. They have some of the best food ever. But there are places like that, right? There are places like Smoking Joe's. There are places like Bronx Pizza. There are places like, I don't know, many other, Beef Eaters. there's just so many places that would not get the tourism dollars um, that they would normally receive if you shut down the nightlife. And yes, Bronx pizza is very, very good. I agree. Sly says, seems like Vietnam is a better option. You know, for some people, Vietnam may be a better option. I personally haven't been to Vietnam yet, but I'm hoping to go one day. I'm definitely hoping to go and see what it's like, because I have heard the visa situation over there is better. And there are many other things about Vietnam that are quote unquote better. I don't know. I haven't been there. I'm just saying what I've heard. Nefarious activities the Indians do. Listen, everybody does nefarious activities. Okay, this ain't. Don't make this personal. Whoever you are, all right. About that, this is not about Indians doing bad things. Okay, everybody that goes to Pattaya at some point participates in some type of nefarious activity. Okay, I'm talking about the different levels of nefarious activities. I can't go into it and explain it to you on this channel. If you want to message me on Facebook, I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. Dan says Vietnam is a better option for JC. He can eat local cuisine. Not good. Pay more for teaching English. I've heard that too. Gio says hippopotamus in Central Festival is the best steak. I've heard that before. 138. That's awesome, man. Thanks, Sly. Appreciate it. So the thing about it is you would cut out, if you cut out the nightlife industry, you automatically lose 90% of the Indian / Arab tourist population that comes in here. They're gone. And I can say that, thanks whoever said that, the 333 theory, appreciate it. If you cut out just that activity alone, you're taking a big slice out of your overall financial pie. If you don't believe me, go to Pattaya during low season and don't wear a helmet. Okay? You will definitely get a ticket. Go to Pattaya during high season and you are still likely to get a ticket without a helmet on, but much less likely. Because governments have to make money from somewhere, right? And a lot of times you'll hear about this quote-unquote thing called the farang tax, that kind of thing. And, you know, that's kind of what happens, guys. That's kind of how they do it. Are you experienced? 148 watching. Awesome, man. Awesome. Jeff says, as long as there are young Thai single mothers that need to earn income, and that's my point exactly. It won't shut down. I agree 100%. And there are a ton of the nightlife women that work in the entertainment industry who have children. What did Oregon say with the wouldn't wear a helmet? Yeah, I'm not telling. Don't wear your helmet at all times. I'm just saying the difference in wearing your helmet and not wearing your helmet. You would see that in high season you might get away with it. In low season you're not going to get away with it, because that money has got to keep coming in, right? And that's not to say anything against the Thai police. I've been to the police department in Pattaya. We've watched YouTube videos together. I've talked to some of the people there. It's nothing against Pattaya. Nothing against the police anywhere. Let's see. Gio says there was an Indian business pride parade on Walking Street this week. Better be careful with parades and that kind of thing, because anything considered protest or stuff like that is bad. Don't do it in this country ever. Let's see. Always wear my helmet. Definitely, absolutely. Wear your helmet for sure. I definitely want to see I definitely don't want to see you get hurt. And I have to tell you, as a person, hey Keith, What's up, buddy? Be back home in 9 days, Bangkok for training. Chime in, all right. Okay, man. So wear your helmets at all times, because I can tell you, as a person who rides a NMAX motorbike up and down the highways here to get back and forth to Pattaya, you need a helmet, because I have seen some very, very nasty accidents. Very nasty accidents. Beach Hunter says, "Hey JC, thanks for the live stream. Keep up the good work." You're more than welcome. And let me remind everybody, for whoever the first super chat was from, I believe it was HT. Thank you very much for your contribution, and any contributions made on this channel always go for equipment and traveling, which we're going to be doing some more of soon, as soon as I get through these midterms at school. You will get stopped even riding a Grab motorbike taxi. That's true. You will. You absolutely will. Gio says they're cracking down because a couple that's had a horrific accident. I've heard about that couple that had the horrific accident. I hate it for them. I wish it had not happened to them. But I have to say that anytime a bad accident happens, it gets their attention. Sly says, I was reading that the Thai police are out of control. I don't think Thai police are out of control. I just think they're doing their job. There have been several changes at the top of the police and of the immigration people. And what they're doing is enforcing laws that were on the books that just didn't really used to be enforced very much. So I don't think they're out of control. What's the fine for not wearing a helmet? Yeah, 200 to 500 helmet fine, depending on how nice you are and what they think of you and some various other factors. But jumping back into Pattaya and is it going away? Hey Matt from Australia, good to see you, bud. I do not predict that Pattaya will go anywhere in terms of the nightlife and what it brings in. It's just too valuable to this country, in my opinion. This is my opinion only, okay? It brings in too much money. It supplies Thailand with tourist visa money. It supplies Thailand with an abundance of people that come here, and then they go tell their friends, hey, you should come to Pattaya, because I had the best time ever, or I did this, or I did that, and everybody's like, ooh, I want to do that. That's awesome. Happy Dog says, like Vegas, it just needs to find new clients. I can say I agree with that. Are your experience says, give Jeremy a thumbs up for great content and a great chat today, please, and thank you. Yeah, thumbs up are always appreciated, and they make me feel warm and fuzzy, and I appreciate them very much. Billy says, have you found any rooms like 5K Thai Baht per month? Well, my rent is 4K Thai Baht per month, so yes, I have. Steven says, common sense should always prevail wherever you are. Enjoy yourself, be respectful, and live within your budget. The rest is a bonus. Completely agree. Gio says, every 2-year raid on... I don't know if it's back open yet or not, but it probably will be, I would imagine, because that is a well-known, a very well-known establishment. Play the game, don't get played. Can't say that enough. I have numerous videos on this channel about how men should stay safe in Pattaya. It's back open, Gio. I figured it would be. So if you want, there's a video on this channel that's got like 1.9 million views or something. It's a video I made a long time ago talking about something every man should know before going to Pattaya. Last month I shot a video. The thumbnail says why men can't handle Pattaya. I forgot exactly what the title of the video is, but these are really good, really good pieces of content, very informative. And let's see, our experience says Jeremy has a great Pattaya content. Please watch after the live stream. Thank you, sir. There is a lot of good content that I've shot in Pattaya, and it's been a lot of fun. Pattaya is what you make it. It is whatever you want it to be. You can go there and have a complete facade, be a completely different person. You don't have to worry about anything. The only thing you have to worry about is getting caught on Facebook or YouTube or something like that if you're doing something you're not supposed to. Prince says, hope you got a good paycheck for that 1.9 million videos viewed. It's earned some money. It's definitely earned some money, and I'm very happy with that. Unfortunately, AdSense is kind of a secondary stream of revenue, so what I do is I use PayPal contributions and I use Super Chat contributions. I use those to kind of bank for equipment for this channel. And then anything that I have left over from AdSense, because AdSense doesn't cost you guys anything. AdSense is just what it's like the price without the price, right? The price you pay for watching the video. But there is no price to pay for AdSense. It doesn't cost you anything. So AdSense goes to, as much as I can possibly use it, it goes toward the channel. Abby says, might end up on one of them Thailand Nightlife channels. Yeah, you never know, man, because those people are sneaky and they'll watch you for sure. I know all about AdSense. My main channel is 65,000 subs. AdSense is all over the place. Yeah, it is. Our experience says all money Jeremy receives goes to travel and equipment, brings us more content. That couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, couldn't be more accurate. Our experience. That is exactly what I do. Always good advice and content. Jeremy says, Matt, thank you very much. Prince says, 1 month I get 10K, another month I barely make 100. Wow, that is all over the place. Alonzo, what's up? Happy birthday, man. Everybody say happy birthday to Alonzo. Alonzo is a great guy. And I had the pleasure to meet him in Pattaya, by the way. Don't know what that means. Not you, this guy up here. Thoughts on John? I don't know what that means. You can like go away. Let's see. Happy birthday, everybody's coming in. No necklace for a lot. I know, right? And if you guys hear of things like the Pattaya Flying Club and that kind of thing, we could talk about that more. Hey, Callie, man, good to see you stopping by. 160 record, yeah. I believe that might have been a record, Sass. I certainly didn't start this live chat for a record or to set a record. But I wanted to talk about the fact of whether or not Pattaya is going to shut down, because they keep, a lot of not just Thailand vloggers, and everybody's entitled to their opinion. Okay, I'm not backing this up with a ton of facts or trying to get just drop truth bombs on you. I'm just telling you the way I see it, and the way I see it is it would put too many people out of work. It would significantly damage Thailand's industry, tourist industry, and I just don't see both those things coming together. Sly says, do you feel there's an underlying racism to foreigner in Thailand? I live here, so I really can't comment on that. Oh no says, are you happy in Pattaya? I don't live in Pattaya. Any regrets, and do you recommend somebody in their 20s move to there? Or no, don't move there. Move a couple hours away, but don't live there. You won't have any money left. Hey, Richard from California. Blackout in NYC. I got an alert about that on my phone. That was interesting. Cody says, nothing wrong with you making a few bucks or anyone spending their free time and spreading knowledge for our entertainment. Thanks, Cody. I appreciate that. If you guys find value in this content, share the videos. That's the best way to make the channel grow. My 5th trip's to Pat's booked in February. I'm stopping over in Tokyo. Telling you what time do it. Yeah, exactly. Oregon, you make a good point. Black Bolt says the Pattaya Flying Club, that was a shocker. Hell of a video. Yeah, it's a real thing. I mean, it's a real thing. And it's one of those real things that really happens. It actually happens. And you have to be very, very, very careful not to be one of those people that participate. Gio says ties are kind of can't leave that one up, Gio. Sorry, buddy. But I know what you're saying. How good is the healthcare system there? It is superb, absolutely superb. I just bought 1 year's health insurance with complete full coverage, 0 deductible, accident and major medical, the whole 9 yards for up to $1 million baht. I bought it for a little over 1,100 US. Paul, when traveling around Thailand and neighboring countries, do you bring a PC laptop, and if so, do you chance leaving it in your hotel room when you're out doing more life? Yes and yes. I will, because I will either do a super duper hiding with my laptop, or I will make it impossible for anybody to use it. I mean, anybody to open the laptop itself, even to get a quick little use out of it. I think it would be impossible. It would be useless for somebody to try to take my PC. But I do take it with me, and I do take it. I usually don't take it out with me when I go, if that's what you're asking. Fabe says, great price for insurance, very modern healthcare system. Yes, the Bangkok hospital system is awesome. Even the private hospital system is awesome. Where you might run into some trouble is the public hospital system. That's kind of the lower tier. You probably run into a few problems there. Our experience says, I paid $100 a month, but different for all. Yep, just different kind of policies. It's low season right now, George. And our experience is talking about for health insurance. Gio says, Thais are Buddhists. They rarely steal your stuff. It's safe in your hotel. That's so true. And let me tell you something else on that. But hang on, let me see what Fabe says. Yes, I saw the public hospitals are very sad. They can be. JC just proves with a record of your viewers how informative your channel is. Thank you so much for that, Steven. I appreciate it, man. See you, Oregon. Have a good one, buddy. I'm not sure. Let's see. Fabe says, but that happens everywhere, and that's true. As far as the safety factor in Thailand, like I lived in the Philippines before I got here. So in the Philippines, you don't leave your helmet. Hey, Tommy, you late, man. Where you been? But in the Philippines, you don't leave your helmet on your motorbike when you go into a store, right? You put your helmet under the seat, or you lock it to the side of the bike or something like that. Here, you don't even worry about it. You just put it on the handlebar. It doesn't matter if you're going in a mall for 6 hours. You just put it on the handlebars, leave it laying out somewhere, and it's going to be there when you come back. I mean, that's a whole different. Stealing here is like one of the worst things you can do as a person. So stealing is just not a good idea in Thailand, and it's punishable very, very much. Alonzo, thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Man, it's your birthday. We should be giving you super chats, but thank you, man. I really, really, genuinely appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I genuinely appreciate that. That means a lot, man. Sass says Buddhists are chill. They are chill. That's true. Our experience says, I felt completely safe at all times in Thailand and every part of the city. And he was in a bunch of cities here in Thailand. Thanks again, Alonzo. Philip says, hello, Pattaya. The best way is to go there to enjoy. No place like home. If you are single, book a one-way ticket. Book a one-way ticket. Always remember, no pay, no play. That's very true. Cody says, I plan on making a weekly withdrawal on my budget so that way if something happens, it would break me for a week and not a month. That's a good idea. Hey, Paul, good to see you, man. Yeah. That's about the fifth comment I've got from you on there, so we're just gonna go ahead and take you on out. Let's see. David says Pattaya is taking care of all Chinese tourists and not bothered about the rest of European American closing down bars. Hence, tourists will stop going for whatever they go for the holiday for. You make a good point, David. You make a very interesting point for sure. Is it really shutting down? Guess I will diverge. I don't think it's going to shut down, man. I don't think it's going to shut down. One Ron there. I don't think it's going to. That's my personal humble opinion. There are just too many reasons. There are more reasons to keep it open the way it is than to shut it down because it's going to benefit Thailand more. Wow, we still got a lot of people watching. Thank you guys for staying tuned in. I genuinely appreciate it. It's better for Thailand financially to stay open, for Pattaya to stay open the way it is than to close down. It's just much, much better. Let's see. Good morning, Jeremy. You've been to both Philippines. Health versus Thailand healthcare system. Healthcare is good in both countries. I just like the insurance system better here in Thailand. Mark, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate that very, very much. Wow. Yes, money, honey. Okay. We need to see a day in the life of Jeremy video. Probably will. I just can't do a day in the life of my teaching because my school just won't allow me to walk around there and record people. If I get a kid on camera or something like that, then, really bad things could happen, and we don't want that to happen. Ben's man says if Pattaya did shut down, where's the best alternative in Asia that's like Pattaya? I'd say go to Bangkok. That's my personal opinion. Cody says, aren't the bars individually owned to shut down? Wouldn't they require frequent raids? Probably. And yes, most of the bars are, most of the bars are owned by an umbrella Thai, and then you have individual bar managers that are from other places. Now, that's not the case in all that is not the case in all cases because some Farang do own the bar themselves. Billy says, hi Billy, good to see you, man. Anthony says, I like your videos. Thanks, Anthony, appreciate that very much. Mark says, love your vids, glad to help. Thanks so much, sir, appreciate it. Louis, what's up, man? Good to see you. They won't shut down the money train. I agree with you. Wow. I don't think it's gonna happen either. Yeah, I don't know what that is, Gio. I see it on a few people's vlogs, but I have no idea, and you don't have to explain it, so don't worry about it. Yes, Farang own bars in Thailand, and I agree, Faith. They do own bars, but the way I've seen it work in the past is most of the time you get the kind of the umbrella Thai that owns a strip of bars, and then you get the Farang to manage the bars. That's not the case in all cases. Some Farang do own the bars themselves. I know that. Tommy says, I hear they will make it more family friendly from the pier all the way Beach Road, so they move the nightlife elsewhere. It's possible, but I just doubt it, man. I just doubt it. I really, really, really genuinely doubt it. Sean says, I arrive in Pattaya on the 6th of August, currently trying to move it forward. I have put my deposit down for an apartment in the Arcadia Beach Resort, so hopefully that will be a nice place. I think it is. I believe so. Never been to Phuket, Sly, so I can't really comment on that. I do my best not to comment on things I don't know anything about, and since I've never been there, I'm not going to comment on it. Andy says, they might not shut down intentionally, but the current state of the Baht will shut them down some. Anyways, you make a very fair point, Andy, and that is something that they are going to have to be careful about. I would say that. See you, Cody. Take care, brother. Cali Man says, have to go back to sleep late night and Pattaya. I hear you, bro. Sean says, I started a UK job from home mid-August. Comments going too fast for me to keep up here. Imagine if 70% of clubs shut down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If that part of the industry closed down, you're going to lose so much revenue. Ted says, how long can I stay in Pattaya before I have to leave without a visa? Without a visa? Well, you can get a stamp if you're from certain countries, and that stamp is good for 30 days, and you can renew it once. So I guess 60 days would be the answer to your question. I'm thinking. That comment right there's got to go. Just a comment. The only reason I removed your comments because of some of the words you had in there. We don't want that to happen, for sure. PC only. We try to keep it that way. Thumbs up always. And I really hope, get somebody to explain T-Money to you offline, because we're not going to talk about T-Money on this channel. Okay. That's something that I live here, and we can't do that. That's right, Joe. We don't need a visa, but we do need a 30-day exemption stamp. We do need that for sure. So, with that being said, guys, if you want your DoMoreLife merchandise, the link is below. The Teespring link is below. I got phone cases, shirts, socks, everything you could possibly want, except hats. Hats are coming. If you want to sponsor any content, or you want to have any specialized content made, feel free to hit me up on Messenger, and then we can discuss PayPal for that. And anything else, yes, thank you for posting that, Are You Experienced? I would really love to see some people wearing some DoMoreLife merchandise. I have not got the profit maxed out on them by any means. In fact, it's very low, because right now I would much rather see people wearing the merchandise than me making a bunch of money off of it. What else can I tell? Oh, if you don't, my Twitter is not on my page, but it is at do_more_life, all little letters. You can follow me on Twitter. My Instagram is on the page in the description. It's jeremy.clodfelter. Feel free to follow along. And thanks, Sean. Appreciate that. And thanks everybody else that talks about a great channel. Ted, Fabe, I appreciate you guys. And all you guys that always tune in, man. And yes, it was pretty awesome. I really had this was really surprising to see this many people tune in. But for the record, in my opinion, I do not believe that Pattaya is going to shut down in terms of the nightlife industry. Will there be some changes made? Yeah, there will be. Will those changes have a drastic effect? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. I think that they will have an effect. Here's what typically happens in Thailand. Thailand does something really extreme, and then they find out that, oops, maybe that was a little too extreme, and then they kind of lax off a little bit. And I think that's what you're going to see in Pattaya. That's my personal opinion, just my personal opinion. Are You Experienced this home run? I appreciate that. Ace on the River got to go. Everybody's got to go, so I'm going to go too. Whatever you do today, guys, I want to tell you I love you. I appreciate you tuning in, and make sure you do more life. Later. Thank you to my moderators. Thank you to my moderators.